Hello everyone. Uh, this session, this video is about giving an overview on the Oracle BRM architecture and what are the different components, the main important components of Oracle BRM. So it's a three-tier architecture uh, where the front end requests to the connection manager and connection manager talks to the data manager. So, so this is the application tier where application tier is calling the connection manager, or connection manager is also called as the business tier, and uh, connection manager is uh, will call or request uh, send the request to the data manager. Data manager is then will interact with the Oracle DB, which is storing the different information in the database. So this is the flow, and when once the request is completed or the data is created in the database, then the response, the success or the failure message is passed back in the reverse manner. So if you take an example of customer creation in BRM, then application tier is going to make a request to the connection manager, and connection manager is means with the data. So connection manager will validate the data and do check and perform the business logic of customer creation. Since the data structure which is understandable by the CM is FList, so this FList needs to be converted into DB understandable language. So this FList of input payload for customer creation is then sent to the data manager, which then converts it into SQL understandable language and updates or commits those queries in the database. And the same way the response is sent back. So this is how a customer is created, and this these three will be a part of BRM architecture. So this is the BRM architecture, and when there is a pipeline implemented, then there is a different pipeline server. So the architecture and the components are different for the pipeline. So if this is the pipeline server, pipeline is going to receive files from mediation for usage records basically. So usage records are being sent from the mediation. So they are typically called as CDRs, which are call detail records. Then pipeline server is there to process the files, will validate the file and do the pre-processing, and then perform the rating and the discounting. So it refers to a cache, which is the data for using which it will perform the rating. So this cache is loaded from the DB. So the data is coming from the DB. So it will when starting up, it will refer to the DB. Then once the rating is done with the help of this cache, the rated files or out files are sent. So these out files, we have in files which are CDRs. Then there are out files which are rated files, which are then needs to be loaded to the database. There is a component called the rated event loader, which takes the out files and loads it into the database here, which is a common database for the customer related data or the balance related data gets updated for the usage records for that particular customer. So this is the two architecture, the pipeline and the BRM architecture. So this is another same diagram which represents how the different tiers are interacting for the scenarios which are there in BRM, like customer creation, bill creation, collections, and the real-time rating. And for the batch rating, there is a pipeline server which is receiving batch events, and this REL is responsible for loading the rated records to the DB. So the data storage is done in a common place. So yeah, thanks for listening to this video. Thank you.